Hello and welcome to today's webinar, Optimize Your Shopping Sessions to Maximize Conversion, Redis Enterprise on Google Cloud. We have three speakers leading today's session. I'd like to welcome Logan Vadivelu, Global Head of Industry Solutions and Go-to-Market Strategy for Retail at Google Cloud. We have Volkan Sivalek, Senior Industry Solution Architect at Redis, and Gilbert Lau, Partner Solutions Architect at Redis. As you listen, please feel free to enter your questions through the chat. And now I will hand it over to Logan, who will kick things off for us. Let's get started.
Thank you, Natalie. Thanks everyone for joining this session. I have the pleasure of introducing the agenda and cover e-commerce priorities and Google Cloud solutions for retail, and hand over to my co-presenters from Redis. So I will cover retail priorities around e-commerce and cloud solutions, and then my co-presenters will cover objectives, Redis Enterprise, solution architecture with a demo, and cover some key takeaways and next steps. We'll be around for questions at the end, or you could also post your questions on the chat. Next slide, please. Retailers prioritize e-commerce as the growth in the past few years has shown, especially helped by the pandemic. And several data points suggest the continued growth of e-commerce from a 4 trillion global revenue in 2020 to twice that number, hitting 8.1 trillion by 2026. While the growth is promising, retailers also face challenges, especially high shopper abandonment rate, as you can see, as high as 90% from slow performing websites or poor experience of shopper journey. And e-commerce has evolved from a single channel to influence omnichannel, as many of us, even if we decide to buy from a store, we start our shopping journey online. So digital plays that influencing role. So it is imperative for retailers to provide a responsive, seamless experience across all channels, digital and offline. Next slide. Here is another great data point that talks about e-commerce growth across several regions. You can see the consistent upward trend of e-commerce growth for the next few years. We know that there is a macroeconomic conditions currently that may influence or impact the growth, but I think several data points suggest the upward journey will continue. And that becomes imperative for retailers to focus on providing an engaging experience to shoppers. Next slide. And while e-commerce is on the rise, it is also important for retailers to think about in a more omnichannel context, as many retailers have online and brick and mortar channel. There are new emerging channels such as social, live, and voice commerce. Many of us buy online, pick up in store or curbside, are often called click and collect. There is newer trends where shoppers are looking for convenience when it comes to exchanging an item or returning an item they purchase online. So they prefer to shop with retailers and brands who provide that convenience. So it becomes important for retailers to use e-commerce to provide that end-to-end experience to their shoppers, as e-commerce plays a critical role in driving omnichannel revenue. Next slide. In the shopper journey, session and shopping carts are key elements, as their shopping experience starts with a robust session where retailers have the ability to personalize and offer a differentiated and engaging experience to shoppers. And session is also important given the several data point that talks about high bounce rate, cart abandonment or shopper abandonment. So the session is the starting point of the journey, as well as it leads to conversion. When their journey ends up in a transaction, it becomes important for retailers to provide that engaging experience. And then shopping cart kind of completes that transactional experience of shoppers, where it is not only helping convert into an order, but provides retailers an opportunity to upsell, cross-sell adjacent items. It is also seen as a good experience by shoppers. Often they, they are delighted and surprised to find an item that goes along with what they intended to purchase. So it becomes critical element of the shopper journey. And considering 1/3 of shopper decisions to purchase an item is made at the shopping cart stage, it's imperative for retailers to ensure there is session and shopping cart, the two key elements of the journey, are differentiated from others in the industry. Next slide. Talking about Google Cloud for retail, we bring in our experience from serving consumers globally. There are 9 Google solutions that serve over 1 billion users. So taking advantage of that experience, we offer industry-aligned solutions to retailers to provide that engaging experience to shoppers. There is a hyperscale global infrastructure, and that ensures scalability, instant scalability, high availability, and combined with advanced data analytics and AI/ML solution that provide engaging shopper and customer experience. And bringing in what we call One Google technologies and innovations happening across Google and Alphabet, and turning them into solutions to help retailers, so they are able to provide that end-to-end experience across value chain and be a sustainable business as well. Next slide. In terms of our solution strategy and how we go to market, we bring solutions across these 4 solution pillars, leveraging advanced data analytics, AI/ML, to provide a set of solutions in customer data platform, supply chain, demand forecasting, to help retailers become customer-centric and data-driven decision business, and set of solutions around digital commerce, product discovery, and emerging conversation commerce to help retailers capture the digital and omni revenue growth. As we saw, digital plays a key role in influencing offline sales as well. And bringing these advanced data analytics, ML, such as Vision AI, into the store to provide similar experience to shoppers in the store, including digital shelf monitoring and other cashierless checkout type of solutions, and helping retailers to run their applications and systems and databases at a instant scalability, lower cost, and improve their sustainability objectives and goals. Next slide. At Google Cloud, retail is our top priority industry, and as you can see from overall strategy and set of solutions. Analysts Canalys ranked Google Cloud as #1 provider for the retail sector. Looking at from a digital commerce perspective, we help retailers accelerate their digital transformation, starting with a digital foundation for commerce. Either they build their full stack or headless commerce. Extend that with advanced AI/ML based hyper-personalized discovery solution for image and text-based search, product and promotion recommendations. and enhancing it with the emerging voice and conversation commerce with voice and chatbots, and also supporting social and live commerce, and provide a advanced data analytics ML-based data platform for retailers to understand the granular understanding of their customer 360, and activate marketing and promotion use cases. And again, looking at from the end to end, customer experience doesn't start and stop with an engaging online experience, but it extends all the way to having a similar experience with delivery. So we provide supply chain solutions for accurately predicting demand and optimize inventory placement across network, from distribution center, fulfillment center, all the way to store, and the ability to optimize fulfillment and delivery, including last mile delivery. So we provide these solutions across value chain. Hopefully this was helpful to learn about Google Cloud and our retail solutions. I'll be around to answer any questions. At this point, I am handing off to my co-presenter from Redis.
Thank you, Logan. Hi, I'm Volkan, and I'm a Senior Partner Solutions Architect at Redis. So far, we've discussed the current retail and e-commerce landscape and how Google Cloud is helping its customers in this journey. Now, let's take a look at how Redis Enterprise on Google Cloud provides a modern application platform to make these omnichannel experiences resilient and latency-free. Uptime is money. Every single second counts. The difference between 3 nines and 5 nines is more than 8 hours. For Amazon, 1 hour outage roughly means $13 million in revenue. For Walmart, it's $20.5 million, and the list goes on. And it's not only the revenue. Downtime adversely affects the customer satisfaction and damages the hard-earned trust. Everyone agrees the benefits of having the application layer distributed. The distributed architectures have proven themselves to be resilient and low latency, particularly at increased demands like holiday seasons. Today in the demo, we will show you how to keep the session data distributed, synced, and next to the application layer. Shopping cart data, along with the session data, has the utmost importance, as it is the place where money gets exchanged and defines the overall shopping experience. Redis Enterprise running on Google Cloud are the main ingredients towards ultra-low latency, resilient, and scalable sessions and shopping carts. The power of this combined platform provides high availability, business continuity, disaster recovery, and seamless omnichannel experience. Let's take a look at how Redis Enterprise provides the state-of-the-art platform for the retail industry in a bit closer now. Redis Enterprise consistently produces over 1 million operations a second with sub-millisecond response time. It is the fastest database in the world. Redis is very popular and widely used. So many of the existing software development frameworks, existing e-commerce applications, API gateways already have integration with Redis. These integrations can be application cache or session management, but adopting Redis Enterprise is just simply a drop-in replacement. There is no need for any application code change. And while you're on Redis Enterprise, enabling active-active bumps the availability to 5 nines. This is simply the top-notch availability standard in the industry. With the Redis Enterprise, scaling or maintaining the cluster is also super easy and required no downtime or disruption of the service. Speaking of active-active, Typically, data resides in a single cloud region or data center. With active-active, the same data is shared across multiple Google regions or geographical locations. Redis Enterprise handles the syncing of data between them automatically. This feature allows local read and write latency. While making the data layer resilient, it also keeps it synced in the event of any disaster. To show you more and demonstrate these scenarios, I would like to hand it over to my colleague, Gilbert.
Thank you, Logan and Vulcan, for sharing the current retail industry landscape and priorities, and how Redis fits in and help retailers of any size to create deeper customer engagement. My name is Gilbert Loud. I'm from Redis. I'm a product solution architect for Google Cloud. Next, we look at how Redis Enterprise and Google Cloud together provide a state-of-the-art solution architecture for the retail industry. The diagram depicts a microservices architecture for retail e-commerce application on Google Cloud. The incoming e-commerce traffic comes through the Google Cloud load balancer, along with the Cloud Armor to safeguard against the distributed denial of service and application attacks from intruders, and with the Cloud CDN, accelerate content delivery to the end user while reducing serving costs. Then the incoming traffics get processed by the microservices layer hosted on Google container environment. The cloud runs scalable serverless environment. Individual microservices can scale in or out based on the real-time workload without over-provisioning unused resources. The product catalog, the inventory system, customer profile, etc., are all stored in fully managed database services, such as Google Cloud SQL and Redis Enterprise fully managed database services to provide a persistent store and a real-time session store, respectively. And finally, the back office, custom or package applications, such as order fulfillment or order management systems and the like, are hosted on various managed computing services on Google Cloud. Google Cloud Looker is an important strategic lineup in Google Cloud Platform visualization suites to help retailers to improve productivity, improve decision-making, and encourage more innovations by delivering more business insights. To sum up, retailers are rest assured to run the core business on the innovative, highly scalable, and flexible Google Cloud Platform. In this part of our discussions, we will focus on what values Redis Enterprise on Google Cloud bring to the table for retailers. The main focus of our demo today is to illustrate the power of Redis Enterprise active-active as a real-time data platform, serving the shopping cart logic of a retailer website for a connected and engaging shopping sessions and always-on user experience. Without further ado, let's dive into a demo.
The demo we are going to illustrate consists of two main use cases: the omnichannel shopping experience and business continuity. The setup is using a Redis Enterprise active-active deployment in 2 remote GCP regions. On top of that, the demo application is using various GCP managed services. A master replica setup for Cloud SQL running a MySQL database, storing the product catalog information. The GCP serverless runtime, Cloud Run, to host the container running the sample shopping cart application. The Cloud Run instances are connecting to the Redis Enterprise databases and Cloud SQL instances over private connections inside the Google Cloud Network. Finally, a GCP external HTTP load balancer is set up to serve the shopping cart application on a single external endpoint and routing incoming requests to backend Cloud One services based on availability and end user's location. This demo environment we put together for this webinar is based on this GitHub repo. It consists of very detailed instructions on how to set up the entire demo environment in GCP. It has the instructions to provision a Redis enterprise clusters, plus commands and instructions to provision other GCP managed services such as container hosting the shopping cart application, the Cloud Run to host the container, GCP load balancer, etc. These are the screen captures of creating an active database on Redis Enterprise in 2 GCP regions. Next, let's get to our shopping cart application in the browser. At first, I am in the US West region and access the shopping cart application being served on US West 1 GCP region. I'm feeling quite excited and ready to make a big purchase today. First, I'm gonna add a Rolex watch into my shopping cart. Next, I want to get a pair of nice sneakers from Emporio Armani. Now, I need to travel to the East Coast. So by doing so, in the demo, I'm going to use Proton VPN to take me to the East region. Now, GCP thought I am physically near the US East 1 region. As you can see, the shopping cart still holds the same items. I will continue to shop and add the Beats headset into my shopping cart. Now, I am in the US West region again. I will continue on to submit and complete the purchase to make my day a wonderful day. As you can see, Redis Enterprise Active has been keeping the databases in sync in 2 GCP regions, and this provides a seamless and real-time shopping experience wherever a shopper is. In this use case, we are going to talk about a cloud region outage. It could either be an entire region failure or a backend Cloud Run instance crash. When a region fails, GCP load balancer will route incoming traffic to the available Cloud Run backend. Since Redis Enterprise Active always ensures data consistency across cloud regions, the shopping cart continues to hold the same items and allows the shoppers to continue shopping and complete the order in a seamless manner. In the diagram, user A started its shopping session in US East 1 region, while user B started its shopping session in US West 1 region. Everything is fine. GCP Global Load Balancer routes user requests to the closest and available backend to the users. Redis Enterprise Active clusters serve the user sessions and replicate between themselves. All of a sudden, the HTTP load balancer cannot access the backend service in the US East 1 region. Do you think if user 8 can continue shopping? If yes, what do you think the HTTP load balancer would do. It redirects subsequent user aid requests to the available backend service, which is in US West 1 region. User A will find the same items already in the shopping cart. It will continue to shop and eventually submit and complete the order in an uninterrupted way. Once the backend service in US East 1 is back online again, the GCP HTTP load balancer will route user A's requests to the backend in US East 1 for low latency response time. To sum up, during the whole time, Redis Enterprise active clusters continue to keep the shopping cart sessions in sync between the GCP regions to protect the retail application from any service outage or regional failures.
Let's do a quick summary of the key takeaways from today's webinar and talk about on the next steps. Every retailer is seizing the opportunity to capture the digital and the omnichannel revenue growth. This has been accelerated because of the pandemic, where online shopping has become de facto shopping channel. It powers e-commerce operations with scalability, reliability, and flexibility. Omnichannel strategy would accelerate the retailer's ability to deliver hyperlocal and personalized experiences. We've discussed various usages of shopping carts to increase the usability and customer engagement. And we have discussed how Redis Enterprise and Google Cloud together provides the industry's most secure, real-time, scalable, and highly available platforms for the modern retail and e-commerce applications. We put together many valuable assets available to you to further explore retail solutions on Redis and Google Cloud. There's a link to our solution brief so you can further read our shopping session use case. We've also produced a GitHub repo for the demo application we put together for this webinar. Also, please check out our landing pages for retail industry solutions on Redis and Google Cloud websites and initiate the proof of concept. If you're an open source Redis user today and want to switch to the Redis Enterprise, there are a number of tools for seamless migration. We hope that you enjoy our webinar today. When you feel ready, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you.
Thank you to our speakers today. We do have a couple of questions I'd like to pass over to you guys. I believe the first one is for Logan. What solution options or benefits does Google Cloud offer for modernizing e-commerce platforms specifically?
Yeah, that's a great question. We offer three solution options to meet retailers' needs. One is build your own e-commerce, a cloud-native microservices based application using Google Cloud services as well as partner solutions like Redis Enterprise. Option two is for customers who want to focus more on the front-end experience and use a out-of-the-box backend for catalog, shopping cart, checkout. We have a headless commerce solution, again, a combination of Google Cloud and a partner solution from commerce stores. And option three is those who look for ready-to-use SaaS type e-commerce. We have options too from Shopify, BigCommerce, and HCL Commerce. So these are three ways we meet customer needs for e-commerce.
Thank you. And just a follow-up for Logan as well. What does this typical modernization journey look like in terms of timeline and cost? Can you share any details around that?
Yeah, as many application development, it depends on the complexity and the scope of the application you are trying to build for your e-commerce platform. Let me give some kind of ballpark numbers. Like if you're looking for building your own using cloud native and other partner technologies, you're looking at anywhere from 12 to 15 months. Again, keep the scope complexity in mind, also the skill level and the number of resources you will have working on the project. And if you're looking at the headless option, because the backend functions are already built for you available from our partner, your effort is primarily building the front end, the web front end, mobile front end, and then integrating with the APIs for the back end. It can vary from 6 to 9 months, depending on, again, skill level and then how many resources will be working on the project.
Great, thank you. Next question we have, are there certain Google regions where we can run Redis Enterprise? I believe this is for the Redis team.
Yeah, sure, I can take it. We do have a global coverage, and currently we have Redis Enterprise is available on 26 Google regions, all the way from North America, South America, Europe, East, West, Asia Pacific, Australia. So we have global coverage, and the list is continuing to grow.
Thank you, Vulcan. And then I think we have time for one more. You mentioned seamless migrations. Can you talk a bit about what's the best way to migrate data from Redis open source to Redis Enterprise?
I can take this one. So there are a number of ways to migrate from open source Redis to Redis Enterprise. One can always create a snapshot of an existing open source Redis instance, and then import the same snapshot into Redis Enterprise instance. However, this approach will incur downtime. In Redis Enterprise, one cool feature called active-passive geo-replication. It allows us to configure a new Redis Enterprise database as a replica of an existing open source Redis instance. This way, the data in open source Redis will be replicated to the new Redis Enterprise database. This incurs no downtime or service interruptions.
Thank you, Gilbert. I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you, everyone, for attending. And we will be sure to follow up with the on-demand version of this recording as well. Thanks.